Konnichiwa, got back with another video. And today, you guys, we are doing another ANINEWS video. No, this is not Fate video, but this one, it is Shield Hero Season 2 updates and a release date for the new Sword Art Online progressive anime. So, without further ado, guys, before we can get into this video, man, like, subscribe on the video, man. Hit the bell notification. Click all when you do that. Also, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Also, as well, guys, go follow my Twitch, go follow my IG, my Twitter, my Facebook page. All that good stuff should be right down below for you guys. Yeah. So without further ado, guys, we're not even 50 deal data with this intro. Let's get right into this. So
it's been almost a year and a half since Shield Hero Season 2 was first announced.
I didn't even know Season 2 was
and
announced.
Since then, we haven't really gotten much word with regards to a release date or any updates in general. I'm sure some of you are also probably wondering why I haven't gotten around to finishing the last episode of Shield Hero cut content either. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But first, I'm sure you're curious to see what type of Shield Hero news we've recently been blessed with. About a week ago, there were 3 new things released on the Kadokawa channel. A 90-second preview, a new visual, and a very general release date. And when I say general, I mean they literally only gave us a year.
Next year?
2021. They didn't mention any specific season. I know it's probably not the information that you were hoping for, but at least we know that we won't have to wait another year for it to come back. As for the visual, well, first thing to note are the 2 new waifu potential characters at the top. The pink-haired girl is named Eclair, and really all you need to know for now is that she's a Knight of Melromark. The other one who's out here looking like Chun-Li is named Osuto. She's a character that didn't actually exist in the web novels. Instead, she's an original one that's added into the light novels and manga. Her identity is a little bit more complex than someone like Eclair who can just be described as a knight. And we'll get to see her a bit later into the season as the intermission arc comes to a close. For those wondering, the intermission arc was pretty much started in the final episode of Season 1, which is exactly where we're going to pick up from in Season 2. One thing to note, though, is that the actual end of Season 1 kind of went ahead 4 volumes and showed stuff from the rebuilding arc of Volume 10. Which, for context, at the time we were only on Volume 5. If I had to guess, they probably wanted to close the anime on something wholesome like Raphtalia's village being rebuilt, when in actuality it should have just ended with Rishia joining the party. That's the correct chronological order, and it's also where Season 2 will start from. In any case, the visual also shows what looks to be Naofumi leading a massive army. This relates more to the main arc, which will be centered around the Spirit Turtle. Now, as for the trailer, it was a very brief showing of our main cast and their past. The only new scenes came towards the end where we get to see the 2 new characters introduced in the background, likely to showcase them as Naofumi's newest party members. But yeah, that's pretty much all the updates for Season 2. As for the last episode of Shield Hero cut content, I've been waiting for an announcement like this one so I could finish it. I mean, yes, I was trying to spread out the videos a bit so that we could have Shield Hero cut content in between the off-seasons. But I was also waiting to confirm which arc Season 2 would go to. That was sort of dictating what I could and couldn't talk about from episode 25. But now that we know, you can expect the cut content to be out next weekend after my video on ReZero episode 11. Now let's talk a little bit about the other news.
I don't even know. I don't even know about the anime or the movie
trailers or previews for shows coming out next season because I'll save that for my every isekai and fantasy video coming out towards the end of the month. Plus, there was just too many of them to fit into this video. There's actually an insane amount of anime being released next month. So instead, let's take a look at some of the other new trailers. A personal favorite of mine was the newest Violet Evergarden preview, one for the movie that recently launched in Japan. Unlike the other movie, This one will serve as a direct
so High School Musical, but animated form,
following Violet on her journey to discover the true meaning of love, all while searching for the
I did a video on it.
Just as you'd expect, it's a very emotional trailer with a heavily impactful soundtrack. So if you want to give it a watch yourself, then you can do so with the link in the description.
Man.
Another new movie trailer was for JC Staff's 2021 film called Sing a Bit of Harmony. A seemingly light-hearted slice of life that revolves around music. But not just the theme of music
like watched it?
Euphonium. There also seems to be moments where they break out into song like it's some kind of music. If you're like me and never watched the original 2001 adaptation, then you probably don't know why there's so much hype behind this. Well, Shaman King was originally a manga that debuted in Shonen Jump in 1998. It follows the book. Now, I say seemingly lighthearted because I couldn't help but get some Your Lie in April vibes from this. I don't know, it just seems like the type of movie to have an emotional ending.
It will be.
Let's talk a bit about Shaman King now. Ever since it was announced back in June, I'm sure a lot of you were curious as to what the anime would actually look like. Well, we recently got a preview showcasing some of Studio Bridge's animation for it. If you've seen Fairy Tail, then I'm sure you can immediately tell that this is definitely
do I need to edit that out?
It's actually very fitting to the shonen genre that it is. But if your basic shonen outline of our main protagonist striving to reach that top position of Hokage or Wizard King. In this case though, it's, well, the Shaman King. And how you reach this prestigious position is by winning the Shaman fight. A tournament involving people who have like a parallel world where these things actually exist. The ability to control spirits.
Now,
I'm not entirely sure if this whole anime is just a tournament arc, but I'm sure it'll be a solid shonen to pick up once it starts airing next April. In other news, we got a new trailer for the light novel adaptation of The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter.
But the videos
a fantasy adventure where the protagonist actually isn't overpowered at all. He does, however, possess the rare ability of being able to consult a great sage. A person who can teach him how to become stronger. And that's pretty much what this anime will be about when it airs in January. Another new preview for an anime coming out January is the adaptation for the novel Other Side Picnic. A sci-fi adventure with a little bit of Yuri mixed in on the side. It's a story that revolves around two girls who quite literally venture into the more abnormal aspects of the world. The abnormal stuff being the other side, which refers to the world of ghosts and monsters. Kind of, but based on this preview alone, I'm honestly pretty intrigued in the winter. Now, the last new trailer on our list comes from the same studio that brought us K. I'm sure you can tell from the character designs alone that this is definitely their style of anime. In a similar fashion to K, this series will deal with multiple warring factions within a lawless zone of Tokyo.
Oh, so it's like,
each of which have people who possess the sealed powers
and then Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Gods.
Like how it's
so
supposed to be.
It deals with that same concept of different groups fighting with special abilities to gain control over the city. Now, that actually would have been the last trailer I talked about had Sword Art Online not dropped a massive bombshell today. I mean, this news literally just got released as I was making this video, and now I honestly couldn't be any more hyped. But anyway, what exactly am I talking about? Well, that would be for the announcement of the anime adaptation of Sword Art Online Progressive. Since the Alicization arc finally came to an end this past weekend, it makes sense that they'd release this type of announcement. But for those of you that aren't familiar, this isn't as it was meant to be. Literally showcasing how the players of SAO cleared every single floor one at a time. So this will actually give context as to how Kirito became so OP in the first place. It pretty much gives us a play-by-play of his movements throughout each floor. Plus there won't be many time skips since every volume of the novel amounts to what's essentially a single floor. Starting from when they first enter and ending with the floor boss. Not only that, but this slower pace allows for a significantly greater amount of character development and world building, allowing us to understand the world.
Okay, so I like that. So the three main things I got out of this was the season 2 for Shield Hero, which I thought that Shield Hero was going to be done. It's going to be one of those animes that's going to be like 20 plus episodes, be a good anime, but be done. So now we're supposed to be getting 2021 release on that. The second anime was Shaman King. I already did a video on that, guys. If you guys actually want to go and watch that, it's like one of my most recent videos. Go ahead, it's in my video section on my channel. I literally just did that, I think, like yesterday. And what else was it? Was it Shield Hero, Shaman King, and then this Sword Art Online, yeah. The Sword Art Online anime. So yeah, that's the three things I took out of that. But let me know what you guys, or what are you guys hyped for 2021? I think it's like a lot of anime coming out in like 2021, and it's like a lot of like stuff coming out. So like I say, let me know what you guys think about this video down below. So like on the video, share the video. Also, if you're new, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the bell notification, make sure you click all, so whenever it's make a future upload. On my Twitter, my Twitch, my IG, my Facebook page, etc. Go ahead and do that for your boy. But like I said, guys, Shield Hero Season 2 updates release date for the new Sword Art Progressive anime. I was like, what? He saves to the end, though. It makes sense. But yeah, guys, so we're going to end off right there, guys. INCOG, I'm out. Peace.